Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we going? What are we making? I'm thinking we go to Tuscany, Italy. Doesn't that sound great? And when I'm in Tuscany, a lot of times, especially during the summer, obviously, you've got this beautiful lighting and you've got the most beautiful scenery you're ever going to see in your life. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a menu and you're going to go, boy, you know, you're in this fertile ground with farms and fruits and vegetables, and you're gonna go, you know what, I wanna have a salad, because so much of Tuscany is gonna be greens and beans and wine. And that's what we're gonna make today. Today we're gonna make a Tuscan salad, something traditional in Tuscany. And I wanna show you one extra twist that's gonna make this really, really special. All right, so let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. First ingredient we're gonna need today, guys, is lettuce, and we're gonna use a romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce gets its name from Rome, so a lettuce from Rome. Now you're gonna know you're in Tuscany because what's really common in Tuscany in all the dishes is gonna be beans. So we're gonna use some cannellini beans. Now cannellini gets its name from really tubes. So if you think of like cannoli, or cannellini, they're actually tubes of food. So cannellini actually means tube. So you would have a tube, if you will, of a bean pod, and that's where it gets its name. In this case, you're gonna need about 1.5 cups or about 1 pound of cannellini beans. Again, we're in Tuscany, we're gonna need more beans, so we're gonna want some green beans. So here we're gonna want about 1/2 pound of green beans, and I'm gonna show you, wow, they're so fresh, they're jumping right out of the container here. So I'm gonna show you how to prep these to make this not only really delicious, but just brings you to that rustic era of Tuscany. You're gonna need an onion, in this case, traditionally a red onion, about 1/2 a red onion. Now we're gonna bring in our sunshine, we're gonna bring in a lemon. So we're gonna want the juice of a whole lemon and the zest of a whole lemon. Lemon is, as I always say, it's sunshine. It brings an acid, which will parlay really well with the oils and the starches. But you know what else it brings? It brings a cleansing to your palate. So lemon will not only clean your palate, but it prepares it to bring on other flavors, and it deepens the other flavors that'll be in the salad. That's why lemon is so critical with so many Italian dishes. You'll want about 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup of black olives pitted. Next, you're gonna need some Parmesan Reggiano. The king of all cheeses, so delicious, guys. In this case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shave it. So traditionally, you'll see that with like a carpaccio, many different types of salad in Italy, throughout Italy, especially Tuscany, and they're gonna shave the preparation of the Parmesan cheese. As always, you're gonna need some salt. Salt enhances flavors. Today we're using pink Himalayan. It's briny, earthy, and pink is sexy, so this is a sexy salad for sure. Fresh ground black pepper is a must. As always with any Italian salad, you're gonna want extra virgin Italian olive oil. I want it peppery, earthy, grassy. Where would I go? Oh, I know where I would go. I'd go to Puglia, Italy, because they make some of the best olive oil on the planet, and I would go to Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. So anybody new to our channel, I have 2 boys, Vito and Joe, and I named the company after them. And we actually own a farm in Puglia, Italy. We co-op with a whole group of surrounding farms to bring you some of the best extra virgin Italian olive oil you're ever gonna have. I know you're thinking, Joe, how do I get my hands on some? I'm gonna share it with you right now. You're gonna go to our webpage, Cooking Italian with Joe, or our Facebook or Instagram, and just click buy it now. You can grab yourself a few bottles. We sell it in a large and a small bottle. We'll drop ship it right to your front doorstep. I think of it as always, you're taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle. All right, what do you say? Let's get cooking, let's start having some fun. First thing you're gonna wanna prep here, and it takes a little bit of time, are your green beans. In preparation for your green beans, you're gonna wanna get a few cups of water boiling on the stove, because we're gonna clean the beans here and then we're gonna boil them for about 2 or 3 minutes. Simple, guys. I'm just gonna take off any of the ends here. So sometimes you see people break them off, and Nona did, but I like to cut them off. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these and clean up the ends on them. I want my beans about 2, no more than 3 inches long, and I wanna make a bite size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the beans up, most of them there, so they're about 1/2 as long. And that's important so your salad's easy to eat. I'll keep a couple long ones there for traditional, just for the look. My beans are all set. Water's boiling. I'm gonna put about 1/2 teaspoon or more of salt into my water, give it a good stir, and now I'm gonna go ahead and throw my beans in for about 3 minutes. While the beans are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and take my cast iron fry pan, with my Vito and Joe's olive oil. And I'm gonna put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. I'm gonna turn the heat up. I want this really hot. Now while the pan's getting hot and the beans are cooking, I'm gonna take half of this red onion. I'm gonna slice it right in half. Cut it in half again. I'm gonna give it a peel. And what I want here now, guys, and what's traditionally served in Italy is I want some really thin slices. So take a sharp knife, cut it nice and thin, and when you break it apart, you're gonna see these nice little beautiful strings, if you will, of red onion, which will be just delicious. So I want strings of beautiful, delicious red onion. I want every layer of onion separated. Let's check on our green beans. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. My pan's really hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my green beans out here, put them in my container, and then I'm gonna put them in a side container here. Now I've got my pan with the hot oil, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my green beans right in there. What I'm looking for, see that? I'm looking to get a little caramelization there. I'm looking to get them brown and crispy. Quick tip here, guys. So when the beans are getting caramelized, when they're starting to brown and get crispy and give us that rustic, delicious flavor, it's gonna bring out another flavor within the bean. I'm gonna take that water that I cooked the beans in, I'm gonna empty it out, and I'm gonna put cold ice water in that water so that when these are done, and I'll show you in a second, I'm gonna pull these out and get them in the cold water. That way we stop the cooking process. So the bean still has a bite, it still has a crunch. If you will, in pasta terms, you still want an al dente, you still want a bite or a structure to the bean. That just makes it delicious. It gives it that freshness, it makes it feel like it's come from the garden, and it adds that delicious texture to your salad that you're gonna want. Another couple of tips that make this salad come out just delicious is when you subscribe to the channel. So when you guys are sitting there, just take your thumb, mosey on over, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. That way it'll share our videos with other people looking for authentic Italian cooking. And I'll tell you what, any activities that we got going on the farm, we got a blog, Blogging with Borio, any trips, any new recipes, it'll come right to your notification box. And it always means the world to me when you subscribe to the channel. And hey, it makes you part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family. In regards to the olive oil, you probably already ordered it. It's probably being shipped over. I can hear it now. All right, what do you say? Let's finish up on these beans. Oh yeah, see that? See that right there? That's exactly what I want. Our beans are done. They're cooling down in the cold water. Let's finish up the rest of our salad. I've got my onions all separated. I'm gonna go ahead and take my cannellini beans, pop those in. On my black olives, I wanna cut them up just a little bit, so maybe in half. Guys, when it comes to the romaine lettuce, I wanna pull off each leaf here and just check it out. Make sure it's clean, and then get rid of any of the black or damaged leaves. You're gonna find that you'll have some of that on the outside. As soon as you get on the inside, you really don't need to worry about it too much. As soon as your lettuce is clean, you just want to cut that stem off the bottom of your romaine. And then in this case, I like to go a good 1.5 to 2 inches. I don't like to tear it, guys, because I get too much variation in my lettuce and it makes it tough to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a good 2 inches or more slice here. I'm gonna throw everything in my bowl. Make sure that all of it is separated, that all of it is free, it's not bound up. I went nothing but about a 1x1 to 2x2 piece. Now I'm gonna take my lemon, I'm gonna go ahead and zest my whole lemon just over the top. And the essence of lemon zest is beautiful. It's softer, it's much more aromatic than the lemon juice. It has some oils and deepened flavor that you're gonna get, and a much softer flavor than you're gonna get just from the lemon juice, the acid of the lemon. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my lemon and slice it right in half. I'm gonna take a juicer and I'm gonna give all of the juice I can get out of this lemon right into my lettuce. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stir everything right up. I wanna get everything mixed up before I add my oil here. Now that's gorgeous. Now what I wanna do is add my oil next, because the oil will get spread on all the leaves and all the components of my salad, and then the salt and pepper will stick to that. I'm gonna use about 1/3 of a cup of Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil. Again, very gently give it a stir. Now guys, I'm gonna add about 1/2 of a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more of my pink Himalayan sexy salt here, and a good 1/2 of a teaspoon or more of my fresh ground pepper. And now my green beans. And now I'm gonna stir everything up. And now guys, to be special here, I've got my Parmesan Reggiano, right? My Parmesan cheese. And here I've got a shaver, which is just an invaluable tool here to create what you wanna do. And then just position everything over the lettuce. And I'm gonna put some slices in the lettuce to mix up, and I'm gonna put some slices on top of it. You see how you get that beautiful shave? Don't be light on your cheese. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a couple of decorative shavings of the Parmesan cheese to the top. And now guys, we're gonna plate it. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just more for decoration, get some beautiful flakes of the Parmesan cheese for the top. Isn't that gorgeous? Guys, favorite time is gonna be taste time. Let's do it. More cheese, yes please. All right, let's take a trip to Tuscany here. What do you say? So I want 1 or 2 of those beans, olives. I'm gonna want an onion. You ready? I wish I could do it for you guys. You can get that lemon, that olive oil right out of the gate, and the green beans. Oof, that is good. Immediately you're struck by that herby feel of the lettuce and the green beans. And what I love about the cannellini beans is they add a starch to it, you know, a creamy starch to it in your mouth. The green beans, another level when you roast them like that, when you get that caramelization on them. And the onion is just perfect. Again, doesn't overpower it. And you get a little bit of the black olive, which complements the olive oil. The lemon zest, the lemon juice, that little bit of acid that you're adding with the juice. And that Parmesan cheese is just so delicate, it's so delicious. Now think about enjoying that delicious Tuscan salad in Tuscany, right? Overlooking your Tuscan cypress. Oh, the hills, the vineyards, the wine, friends, music. He who eats well lives well, no doubt, an old Roman saying. Guys, thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen today and taking a trip to Tuscany. Now remember, hit that red subscribe button, click the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, share our videos with other people. Also remember, visit us on Cooking Italian with Joe on our webpage or our Facebook page or Instagram. Grab yourself a few bottles of Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. And last but not least, guys, and really the main reason that we do our videos is, you know, once a month, maybe a couple of times a month, maybe even more than that. Get around the table with your family and friends, your loved ones. Make something, cook something, celebrate your heritage. And more important than that, guys, you're gonna set some traditions with you and your family. They're gonna last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours. Until next week, mwah, buon appetito.